Oh my gosh. ScreenRant has hit new lows. Now, they're one of the worst outlets out there. They're owned by a company called Valnet, which is just really an evil mega corporation. And this might have been written by AI. I don't know, but we'll find out in just a moment as we go through their list. They made this strange one of science fiction classics, some of the best books in the field. There's a couple stinkers in there, but for the most part, and just telling people not to read them. It's like, whoa, this is a weird list, and it seems like a strange clickbait thing. So we're going to cover it because this is wild, and I want to go over these books because we love classic science fiction here. This is where you get your science fiction and fantasy news, and I appreciate you all for reading and being here. You're amazing folk. So please hit the like and subscribe button and join us as we talk about these things. And secondly, guys, I have my Justified Saga of the Nano Templar on sale. This has rarely been on sale. And this is badass science fiction that if you are a new science fiction reader, you should read this. If you're an old science fiction reader, you should read this. As you can see, we got 210 ratings, reviews, 4.3 stars there on Amazon. People love this, and it's because it's just amazing. It's action-packed. It is a ton of fun. Great characters. You're really, really going to enjoy this, especially if you like the stuff on the list like Starship Troopers and Ringworld. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get – those are two books they're trying to cancel. Very, very funny stuff. So it is on sale for 99 cents just this weekend, guys. This is the best time to pick this up. It is a trilogy that starts here. Grab the whole series. It's all available on ebook, print, and audio. And on top of that, like when you get this whole series, it definitely supports our channel, and it's great. You can breeze through, read this entire thing. I do have more coming with this universe in the future, so stay tuned. Thanks for being here. Thanks for reading. That's in the description below to make it easy for you. All right, so here's our ScreenRant list. They have a new low. This is their telling potential readers not to read these. Look at this. If you're just getting into sci-fi books, these are 10 you should absolutely avoid by Zara Husalid. Let's Google that person, shall we? Who's Zara Husalid? Yeah, I'm sure that... Oh, wait a minute. Is this who this is? Freelance open to work transgender. Shocker that this is who's telling you not to read these she/her. I don't know if that looks like a she/her to me. All right, hit the like and subscribe button. Did I forget to tell you that? You got to tell everybody that because they don't if you don't. I'm a bad YouTuber. I'm a great science fiction writer, bad YouTuber, but people enjoy it anyway. I appreciate you guys being here. But this is who's trying to cancel these classic sci-fi works. Shocker, right? And this is what we got today. And so if you're decide to sit down and start getting into reading sci-fi books, you should be reading this one. Maybe you're tired of friends pestering you to pick up Leviathan Wakes every time they complain about The Expanse not getting a 7th season. Most people are not talking about that. Or you're ready to take a break from reading light, fluffy romantasy. I don't know anybody who's reading that either. Want to get something that's going to be more going on than sexy fae drama. Yeah, these people are all about weird fetishes every single time. Portland, Oregon, of course. The wild world of sci-fi literature is full of fantastic books and incredible storytelling, but like any canon that's been evolving for over a century, has some incredibly inaccessible and difficult books. So hold up, guys. Let's unpack that statement real quick. These are inaccessible and difficult books. Do you know why? Because they actually require some thought to read. Remember, this is the dude reading sexy fae drama, right? And so he can't handle regular science fiction and like great works of literature because he doesn't know how to read. And that's why he's writing for ScreenRant, right? That's who they hire, right? Retarded people, let's be honest. And so this is what it is. This is the dumbing down of culture. This is the intentional gatekeepers of culture, the people who are writing articles that are read on the biggest websites out there, trying to destroy and denigrate these different books, right? So here it is. Many of them are some of the greatest works in the genre. Yes, they're also frequently heavy on the technobabble, or worse, real science. Wait, what? Worse? Real science? What the heck? Get out of here. This should not be a science fiction list on anybody's list at that point. And stray into something experimental and existentially challenging forms of storytelling. That's why they're great. This is good stuff. You are dumbing people down. This is it's so painful. While these books are all excellent, beginners should be cautious about jumping into the deep end of this particular pool. So Dune Messiah, oh my gosh, really? This is, again, one of the best books ever written right here. Now, you shouldn't read this first. You should read Dune first. That's super important to read Dune Dune Messiah. I get that. But this is pretty wild. And so as it goes in here, it is a genuinely depressing book. Wait, that's why you're mad about it? I mean, come on. Absolutely crazy. as this goes on, and there are tragedies in the book. It's a big deal on this, and it's part of the story. That's where it goes further off these philosophical rails. This is a fantastic book. So I wrote my whole my rebuttal to this already on Fandom Pulse. If you're not subscribed here, you should be. Go to fandompulse.com. Receives a particular scoring for being genuinely depressing, as if its emotional complexity and philosophical depth are somehow flaws rather than the very qualities that make Frank Herbert's sequel a masterpiece of political science fiction. There you go. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Anathema by Neil Stephenson, one of the greatest cyberpunk books ever. I mean, if not the greatest one. Now look at this. He's brilliant, but often painfully verbose. This guy doesn't like to read. So painful on this level. This is way better than Snow Crash or The Diamond Age. Like I said, this is probably one of the best. Metatextually, a few light years further. Deep philosophical analysis. As you can see, this guy just hates anything with depth. He wants fey sexy drama, right? That's not what science fiction is about, and that's the whole problem at this point. The sort of thought experiment known to drive physics grads into heavy drinking. Oh my gosh, this person, again, just talks about this stuff like he doesn't like books. The criticism fundamentally misunderstands what makes his work brilliant. His ability to weave cutting-edge scientific concepts into compelling narratives that expand readers' understanding of both science and philosophy. That's it. The book's exploration of parallel universes and mathematical philosophy represents exactly the kind of ambitious storytelling that elevates sci-fi above escapism. Now, we're going to get to one I agree with here, Dahlgren by Samuel Delany, because Samuel Delany is a degenerate. He's a member of NAMBLA. Yes, that's the North American Man-Boy Love Association, in addition to being a part of SIFWA, the Science Fiction Writers Association, two degenerate groups. And he's been hailed because of his just rampant, advocation of homosexuality and the like. And this book is just another degenerate piece. And so he actually, he does talk about this because of that. It is an incoherent narrative, correct? And a kid who's schizophrenic, an unreliable narrator, and the like. And it's got some weird explorations of weird, fetish sort of stuff. And so I would absolutely avoid it. So then we get into Gravity's Rainbow, which is another one. And again, it's going to talk about complexity as being a problem, right? It helped him earn this as a great American novelist, got a Pulitzer Prize nomination, and of course has one of the longest, most difficult, and ambitious novels in years. All of that to say its brilliance is eclipsed by its complexity. Complexity is bad. Yes, this person does not know how to read. The Andromeda Strain by Michael Crichton. This is an outbreak kind of sort of situation. Put him on the map of his 21st century techno thrillers. Yeah, it's a great book. A lot of fun. And the novel has not aged well. Implicit misogyny, guys. There you go. Very common in military and scientific communities. It also doesn't quite have the balance between the plot and technobabble. So, yes, misogyny is the problem here. Speaking of misogyny, then we have Starship Troopers. So again, if you like Starship Troopers, go grab Justified. This is great stuff. Again, this is one of the best books ever. I've read it multiple times. And any science fiction person who wants to just get into science fiction, this is one of the best places to start. Easy. And there it is. It's a polarizing book. Scholars can't agree on whether it's celebrating militarized fascist human supremacists or a satire. Oh, gosh, shut up. Let people enjoy their frickin' Space Marines, everybody. So obnoxious. And look, Ringworld. Oh, my gosh, one of the best books ever again. This is so painful to read right here because they don't like it. So why doesn't you like Ringworld? Oh, depictions of gender are downright misogynistic. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Well, this is what you expect from Open to Work here. Because these people are just insufferable every single time. And I don't really remember anything in Ringworld that like has any like sort of political or gender connotations to it. Weird stuff on that level. Red Mars. Now, this is kind of a difficult one to read because it's very much dry, hard science fiction. But that also is what makes it interesting. That's the reason Kim Stanley Robinson was put on the map, because this was worked out pretty well. A little heavy on the ecology, light on the plot is a good point about this, but it is a brilliant work nonetheless on this level. Slaughterhouse-5 then, Kurt Vonnegut. It's like this person is just hates books, like I said. It's really crazy on this. And so I would not recommend it as a starting point because it's traumatic experiences of war. Again, this is like good literature. This person just hates good literature, just wants like I don't know, sexy fae drama. I mean, that's all I'm going to, as I understand that's what this person likes to read. It's pretty obvious where this is all coming from. Then The Quantum Thief, right here, Finnish-American author. Debut novel was received on release, praise for engaging characters, thrilling plot, interplanetary heist, pretty neat stuff. Pulls punches, comes heavy on the show, don't tell side of things. Explanatory narration kept to a bare minimum, left critics wishing the book had an index or glossary. Weird stuff, and I don't know why this was on the list. It really doesn't match with a lot of the others on here. So, yeah, as you can tell, ScreenRant's just advocating not reading and creating a society that's dumbed down and more illiterate than ever. And that's exactly why we need to get people reading again. So you can read my full scathing analysis of the ScreenRant deal here on fandompulse.com. Thanks for reading, guys, and signing up there. It's a great spot. And also, please check out Justified Saga of the Nano Templar. This is a great spot. I even think, you might like this. Might like this. Probably not, though. You probably call it misogynistic and Islamophobic and all that stuff on here. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Only 99 cents through the weekend. Grab it. Grab the whole trilogy today. It's in the description below. Let me know your thoughts on this list from ScreenRant. I'm mind-boggled that this exists. And we'll be back soon. Hit the like and subscribe button.